Washington, D.C., where...
Realtor Janessa Apple.
The House of Hope.
Virginia Beach shooting.
That sounds up.
Okay, welcome back to Rick's Radio Conversions. Today we have Chuck's 1955 Pontiac Safari. This is a Wonderbar radio. Pretty cool. It's been converted to AM, FM, AUX input, USB, and we've also incorporated the Wonderbar using the MC1 motor controller. And as you can see, the chrome came out pretty good. You can almost see me in the chrome there. We're going to go through some of the modes here for Chuck. So right now we're in FM. A few things about this radio when it was stock. There's a 4-position tone switch that's been repurposed for tone, FM, and AM, and we'll get in that in a minute. And behind the tuning is the sensitivity. So you should have your dial, Chuck, should have more stations and point to the right. This still works as it did before, more stations, less, and then very few. So this is an FM mode right now. And as you can see, the Wonderbar still works. And we'll go to more stations. Now when you press in the push button, that's electrically getting set. Down here are your push button sliders. If you want to know what station that was, 3 times 12 to 2.
FM 106.9.
All right. And to get out of this push button, press the Wonderbar. And now we're scanning, and you could also press another push button too if you would like. All right. Now we're going to go to the AM mode, all the way to the right. Now we're in AM. So we are totally to the right for more stations, and we're going to do a little demonstration on how you can get more stations or less. So we're going to go down here to the end. Now granted, these are very, very weak stations. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. That's about 10 or 11. Now we're going to go all the way to fewer stations. One, 2. So as you can kind of see, more stations, less stations does work. Now we're in AM. Once over, FM. Again over is still FM. This is a 4-position switch. We only have 3 things. All the way to the left is the treble. All the way treble. All the way bass. All the way treble. We'll go somewhere in the middle. Now it's important to remember this. When you go back out of the tone control, she said volume hold. As you can see, we're all the way up and the volume hasn't changed. You must come all the way back down. Now we're back to volume mode. The reason that this is, if we were on all the way up to treble, all the way right, and we came out of that, the radio would blast at you. So just know when you get out of the tone control, we'll keep it on bass. We were already so low. You see how that worked?
Virginia Beach is pulling itself together while dealing with shock and
we have this
in the wake of a
horrible
massive
shooting.
that left 12 people dead.
So that's the AM FM.
Recovery is underway.
And you did want the low end tuning for the AUX. So in the background you can't see it, but there's a CD player playing. Now as you're playing your CD player, if you want to get out of that, just press a preset. Now you can set a preset down here. The problem is your presets don't quite get all the way down that far. That, and this is an electrical board. It's very well used. Somebody or you got a lot of good use out of this radio when it was just AM. So that's the AM FM mode. We're going to get into the new scan feature. So this board has a scan feature, even though this is a Wonderbar radio. So hopefully you can hear that radio there, that station. You take your Wonderbar, press it in twice.
Scanning for stations.
So this is automatically going to scan for stations. And we'll give it a few more stations just so we can get the idea. Everybody watching at home that has a Wonderbar that wanted to have this done and doesn't know if they want to do it, this alone is to do it. Now we're locked in on this station here. Now the Wonderbar works as it did before. We'll get out of, see, we're in the city. We got even on the least sensitivity, we still get maybe 15 stations. And we're gonna bring up the rock and roll station. Now, if our rock and roll station is at 106.9, if you wanted to get there without using a push button, you just hold it down. And that's our rock station. Now we're going to get into your USB function. That online is so cool, isn't it? Take your USB, plug it in. So now the USB is playing, and let's say you didn't like that song. How cool is that? Just press on your Wonderbar and it'll fast forward it for you. You can also grab your tuner. And if you go back on your tuner, that's going to rewind it for you. Well, Chuck, we hope you like it. Chrome face was perfect condition. The inside of the radio was very, very well taken care of. Minimal dust for a 60 some odd year radio. We thank you for sticking with us too, Chuck. I know it's been quite a while. I think we've had this since December or so. Chuck's also going to replace his. He's got a single speaker, and we're going to send him. We've got an 8-inch or 6.5-inch speaker that should fit well for his application, and it'll be a single speaker configuration, Chuck. But you have all 8 wires for all 4 speakers if you ever decide you want to add more. And that's pretty much it for the conversion. We're gonna maybe keep on doing some demos with this. One of the other functions too, Chuck. So if you plug your USB in and it's away, grab your volume 12 to 10. And if you do it fast enough, it'll pause out and it'll time out a few seconds, and it'll go back to whatever radio mode you were in. Now we're back to radio, and we're doing all the cool radio stuff. Pretty neat.
It's about the song. Coverage is underwritten by.
Now, if you wanted to go back to the radio, just go back to 12 to 10. And there we go, you're back to USB. Try to alleviate the most minimal amount of moving, flash drive around and reaching over. Hopefully just grabbing volume and then the Wonderbar, that should do you for quite a bit of the stuff. Just like that. Old Chuck Berry, huh? I'm doing it left-handed. Give me a break. Yeah, we'll let it time out again. I could play with this radio all day. Oh, so your radio also has 2 bulbs, Chuck. It's got the on button there, the on light, and then there's one back here for the actual display. I think when this was designed, the one back here was supposed to have come on with the indicator lights, headlights, but you wanted this all as one unit, which is perfectly fine. I think the purpose of that was the lights could be on, but if the radio was off, the light would be off. Other than that, we'll box this up and get it out to you. And again, we greatly appreciate your patience, Chuck. The conversion though is so cool, especially with the Wonderbar. It's only the second one we've ever done. Came out great. Gonna last you forever, hopefully. If you want your radio converted just like Chuck's, please call Rick's Radio Conversions at 757-716-9305. You can also find us at ricksradioconversions.com, and we're also on Facebook. Thank you. Have a great day.